Hi, welcome to Box on the Box Rock and Celluloid, Botprack for short. I'm over Box, and today I've got a random review, and it's German power metal band Primal Fear. It's their third album, Nuclear Fire. This was released December the 10th, 2001 on Nuclear Blast Records. So, Primal Fear are principally the vehicle for Ralph Sheepard and Matt Sinner. Matt Sinner, formerly of Sinner, Ralph Sheepard's formerly of Gamma Ray, and nearly of Judas Priest. And their stock in trade is what I call post-Painkiller style screaming power metal, really. If you heard the Painkiller on by Judas Priest, then, and you like that, you'll probably like Primal Fear. They did a couple of albums before this. Their self-titled debut was very good. The second album, Jaws of Death's not as good for me. But this is probably their best album of their early work, almost certainly, actually. The production is improved by this point. It's got very strong songs. And it does what it says on the tin. So let's delve into it. It's 52 minutes and 46 seconds long if you get the extended version, which is worth getting. It opens with Angel in Black, 3 minutes 58. This is just total fast staccato riff, Phrygian style riff. Got a scream at the start, really good. Just full on metal, go for the throat. I really like this track. It's a great opener. Then goes into Kiss of Death. Again, it's old Doc and title, isn't it? Again, this is 350. Really good, a nice 12/8 meter on this. Kind of like Hell Patrol by Judas Priest if you're looking for a sort of comparison of this. Really good, again, catchy chorus. Really good harmony guitars. I think it's Henry Walter on this, Walter and Stefan Lieberg. Not the best guitarist the band have had, but they're always solid, always had solid drummers. I don't know if they're on about the fifth or sixth. Then you got Back from Hell. This is a really fast up-tempo track, screaming metal vocals again. Not quite as good as the first two tracks, but still good. Again, 3 minutes 46, it's Back from Hell. It does what it says in the tin. It's now states welcome, good arrangements. Next track's different, Now or Never. Got a really nice kind of Dockeny type riff on this, quite kind of brassy guitars. I really love the riff on this. The song's maybe a little long, it's 5 minutes 33, they maybe could have trimmed it a bit, but it's still like a really cool track. Then next up is Fight the Fire. This is another intense metal track with staccato riffing. Probably not as good as the first 5 tracks, so just moving so it's going to fall down. Just a couple of notes. But still, still a solid enough track, for a fifth track in is pretty decent. I would say the same for the next track, Iron Eagle. Again, probably is more of a 6 out of 10, but not dipping below the level. Again, 4 minutes 28, not outstanding. It's welcome. So one of the problems with Primal Fear is like their Swedish power metal mates, Hammerfall. They feel the need to put a power ballad on every album. And they get really kind of samey. The one on this, Bleed For Me, it's okay. It's 5 minutes 4. It just doesn't really bring anything to the genre. I think some of their big sort of epic ballads actually got better later on. They kind of started stretching these out, and they were able to bring in more epic production. So this is the track I don't like. This is the misstep on the album. Then you've got the title track, Nuclear Fire, which is solid. Again, a kind of 6 out of 10. So the album's, fair to say, has gone through a little bit of a dip at this point, but then it picks up with Red Rain, which is a very catchy track. Really good harmonised chorus. I should say, like, Ralph Sheepard is a really great metal singer. If I've got a criticism, he's not quite as melodic. He's like Ripper Owens in that respect. He's more melodic than Ripper Owens, and I possibly would have preferred him in the Judas Priest slot. But sometimes a lot of gravelly aggression tends to seep in. But he's got a massive power, he keeps himself fit, he sets a really high standard in metal singing. Then you've got, I think it's Fire on the Horizon. This is pretty catchy. Again, doesn't it's about 3 minutes 31, maybe not the best track, but decent. And then it finishes with 2 real corkers. You've got Iron Fist and the Velvet Glove, which is one of my favourite tracks. Really cool vocals, kind of interesting chorus, a lot of atmosphere, a nice sort of clean guitar part, and a really nice verse on this. And then it finishes off with Primal Fear have done quite a lot of songs with metal in the title. Metal is Forever's off their Sacred Ground album. There's also Metal Nation, which is a great track off their Unbreakable album. This is Living for Metal. I really like this. It's quite interesting because he's got a major key chorus, Living for Metal. Yeah, totally ridiculous, but a lot of fun. So I think this album's, it's easy a 7.5 out of 10. If you wanted to check out early Primal Fear, this is the one to go for. If you're going in a later period Primal Fear, go for Unbreakable, probably Delivering the Black. Their albums are quite samey, so they're not the sort of band where you need every album. But this is a really good one. Like I say, it's a good entry to them. You know, if you like this album, you might be like, actually, I'll check out some more Primal Fear. So that's the end of my random review of Primal Fear's Nuclear Fire. Remember, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.